Hello, my dear Geminis. This is your extra bonus reading. This one's only for you. Nobody else gets those because you're one of my greater supporters. Now, if you need to reach out for a personal reading, energy clearing, cord cutting, scrying spells, or any of the services that I offer, there is an email in the description box below, so feel free to use it. And also, I do have the membership, so there is a join button below the video that you can press, and by becoming a member, you do get to watch all this members only readings, which I do upload every day. Now, that being said, this is going to be your messages from Spirit. It's a timeless reading. Whenever you get to watch this reading, it's the right time. It may resonate completely, partially, or not at all, but this is for somebody who needs to hear this in a certain point in time. Okay, my dear Geminis, let's see what messages do we have here for you today. So let's see, Gemini, messages from Spirit. Let's see, Gemini, what do you need to hear? Well, guys, you know what? Here we are. Trouble always follows you, and envy and jealousy. You do have the Five of Cups. Recently, you might have pissed somebody, for whatever reason, it could be without reason, most possible here. But, it's not really something that you can't handle. But I'm getting here, this is really not a good time for this. So some of you are like, oh, really, again. This could be somebody who just keeps popping, like at the worst possible moment here for you, and just trying to bring a lot of drama, a lot of, chaos in the situation that you are already maybe struggling in, or whatever. And then this is the last thing that you need currently, okay? But still, this is, I don't think it's really a threat, but you still need to be careful because these energies sometimes can, just be messy, It's almost like, having this, like a small stone, like in your shoe or whatever. It's small, it can't really do you damage, but it's still like really uncomfortable, especially if you're, let's say, trying to jog and to really like go and reach the first place or whatever, spot or whatever. Well, it can be really damaging, you see, although it's not, but it is, you see. So yeah, that's that. Because you're here, you are, going here, you're running, you're doing something big, and then here comes this, whatever this is, just pops up just to, make it more difficult for you, so it's really mostly annoying. Okay, let's see what else. Yep, well, you're gonna be probably finding the way to release this. This is something, as I say here, that keeps coming back around. Now, if this is like a pattern here, it's time to really do something here. This is a healing energy in this deck. It can be something sometimes referring to literally like clearing sessions, cord cutting, or anything else. But this is something that almost like keeps coming back, maybe even demanding some chance or just demanding to be heard or whatever. Well, I don't think that you really have time for this. You see, you do have something else going on here that you're trying to focus, but this is like really this annoying, thing that doesn't allow you to finish first in this, like marathon, or in this, whatever you understand the metaphorical here expression of what I'm trying to say here. Okay, so that's something like really, well, anyway, let's see. It keeps, though, demanding to be heard. Well, there you go. You are fighting your battle here. You're doing something important. You're doing something big. This is the Strength card, okay? But this is pulling you back. No matter how small and insignificant, it's still very annoying. Look at the limitation. Look at the cord. Now, seeing this, like a small energy here, could be actually using even somebody stronger or somebody with some abilities to make sure that you don't prosper here, that you don't reach the goal, that you don't finish first in this marathon, okay? So just watch out for this, because after all, these type of energies sometimes can be actually very dangerous. They're not in the nature, but because of, how they feel, well, sometimes they can cause a lot of damage. Okay, especially if they start using somebody who actually has a power. Either it's somebody who is somehow can be influencing whatever you're doing here, whatever you're trying for. Okay, so somebody with a lot of power and influence, or it could be somebody with some type of spiritual, like, well, power, knowledge, art, whatever, that can be actually casting spells. It's called spell casting here. Okay, so just watch out for that. That's why also this healing here, it's happening. And some of you, just this past that just won't go away, well, you're gonna have to do something. Cord cutting, you see here, some type of course, protection if you work with energy clearing session, whatever, but do that, because this is not going to go anywhere. This one keeps coming back around. Okay, Leo energy here, strength. So okay, you're on the verge here of, though, having something like big, achieving this goal, this, whatever you're going for. But yeah, you are, but you have to set yourself free from this. You see, purification completely. Also, I would be definitely saging the, your place, your workplace, your home, your car, everything here, because this person can be, well, just trying to mess something for you. Okay, this one is butt naked because it's free of everything. Okay, so definitely do that. Okay, clear your energy, clear your space, clear everything, clear your mind as well, and know that this is it you're doing. By the way, in this deck especially, this Ace of Pentacles sometimes represents a powerful manifestation. Okay, this is like from ether to 3D, and there are actually 4 elements. It's not only earth, there is a fire, water, and air here as well. That's why, and that's the 4 elements that the magician is working with. Magician is your energy, you see. So there you go. So don't be distracted here with this. But it looks like it's time to actually deal with this, you see, because it just won't go away. Okay, and it keeps raining on your parade. So there you go. Yep, you need to set yourself free if you want to achieve this success, this, whatever this is, this satisfaction. It could be also very successful connection with somebody, but how can you have that if the past, let's say, keeps popping back? So it could be that. It could be, of course, work. It could be just having fulfilled life here, but always this drama here, it keeps following you, you see. Anyway, setting yourself free, going through the transformation, spreading your wings, and achieving your goals. Okay, very abundant energy, 88. You can do this. Okay, you just need to see what or who this is and to handle it. It's time for this to be handled. Okay, so whenever you watch this reading, gems, just make sure that you do that. Yeah, there you go, another 8. I told you, 3 8s here. You're meant to be living like a really good life here. Emotionally, financially, you see, everything is blossoming. But we need to get rid of this, because this is actually the problem. No matter how small this energy is, because it's small, it's not something. It could be using either somebody who is influential, or somebody with the power, some type of power that is literally casting spell, hexes, or whatever is holding you back. Okay? So there are 2 ways here how this can be interpreted. Now, this is Neptune here. It talks about importance of believing in your dreams. If you can believe it, you can achieve it. But we're going to have to start moving away from this, because this is standing on the way of you achieving your dream. By the way, in this deck, this one is called War. Okay, this is somebody really pissed, somebody who is taking something very personally. It doesn't have to be personal, but it's taking very personally. Okay, it can be work related, it can be whatever. For some of you, this could be a friendship. Okay, but, well, just not going away. Okay, let's see what's going on. Yeah, the star. You do have a completion here. You have amazing healing, first and most of all. So do healing here. Apply your, energy work here, whatever you need. Cord cutting, clearing sessions, whatever. Put protection as well. Remove the hexes for those of you that have. It's not for everybody. But, and you're going to literally here achieve your dream, your goal, and even recognition. Some of you are meant to be very abundant here, and maybe even famous, maybe achieved, accomplished, or loved, cherished. But because of this, like small, well, whatever this is, it's just giving you the hard time, you see. And it's like the last thing that you do need now, because you're really focused here. But this is like, just keeps popping up. Yeah, it's been a situation here that was stagnant here for such a long time. You're finally going to break free. And you know what? If you have been having, when we say like a bad luck, it's not really bad luck. But when people say, well, like nothing is working, nothing is happening. I'm trying so hard and it's still not happening. Well, look at this. This is why. Okay, now 55 obstacles but change. There is going to be a change here. You're finally going to break free from this, but you should do something about this. So definitely take action. This is your opportunity to finally free yourself from whatever this is or whoever this is, I mean, keeping you back, okay? Because this is a nasty little energy, okay, nasty little person, but nothing that can stop you. I mean, it's stopping you in a sense, okay? At least messing so that this is all on delay and just, you know, nerve-wracking situation. But you can handle these gems, you know, if somebody can handle, you can. Okay, you just need to realize, you know, that not everybody is like you. You're really focused here on something that you want. You're not really the type of people that are looking, you know, like what everybody else does, you know. You're just minding your own business. Well, not everybody is like that. The moment that you realize that, then the moment is that you're going to realize why something wasn't happening here for you for such a long time. So just get rid of this energy, energetically speaking. Well, the devil is here. That needs to go. There is a lot of deception. This is a small person. This is a small mind. This is a nasty mind here, okay? Unfortunately, this one could be using somebody who actually has some type of power, either influence, you know, like, I don't know, work-related, something here around the fame, around the reputation, whatever. Or it could be literally somebody who is practicing even some hacks, spells, or whatever else. So watch out, gems. This is what you need to be aware of, okay? So, love you all. Take care. Bye.